What's up, Champions fam? It's the bad guy, a WWE Champion, Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new video, and deck the Brawls full of Holly. Fa la 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 la, la la la, yeah, because let me talk to you. We got a brand new MLE live in game, and we are closing out 2024 with a bang. We have a brand new modern era trickster, free to play husbando, and none other than R-Truth. Awesome Truth. This is the second free to play R-Truth we gotten. The former was, of course, Attitude Era Striker, K Quick. And now we have a trickster variant, and he looks absolutely amazing. His card art is crisp and clean. His animations were done well. He looks like he's going to be a very fun character to use for the month of December. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe he's your best trickster for a while until you get somebody else, or you just are a huge Markin fan for R-Truth and you plan on going the distance with him. He seems really legit and fun to use. So definitely am impressed by him. And then, of course, there's a couple ways to go after him. You can either recruit him for 4 days, 20 shards per day to get him at 2-star, or you can invest in the 3-star starter pack at bronze or silver, or you invest in some disposable income to get the 4-star pack. Maybe you get a couple pulls and a couple packs off of the portal, and you were able to pick him up at 5-star bronze. Or you get real lucky in the pulls and you recruit him at 5-star bronze or maybe 6-star. But he looks real legit. He's going to be a fun character for all of us to utilize. So by all means, let me know how you're going to run him and gun him. But he did not come alone. We have two other characters. I shared their models on a community post earlier on my YouTube channel. But of course, we have the A-tier Chase, who's going to be easily obtainable and achievable and recruitable if you do what you're supposed to do throughout this MLE. And that is, of course, talk about an odd couple pairing here, modern era powerhouse JD McDonough, the Judgment Day. Clearly, all of his strength is coming from his forehead, or should I say 5-head, because when this man goes to sleep, he does not dream. He watches movies. If you know that reference, then you are a real one. But I actually find it ironic because I believe there is a classic movie called The Miracle on 31st Street, and they had R-Truth and JD McDonough had a Miracle on 31st Street street fight where if JD beat R-Truth would quote unquote be kicked out of the Judgment Day and he would become an official member of the Judgment Day. Whereas if R-Truth beat JD McDonough, he got to join the stay in the Judgment Day, quote unquote, and JD got kicked out and wasn't allowed to join. So I just find it funny, that they worked it out for these two to be in a Christmas themed MLE when they had a Christmas themed street fight. I just love it. I just love that kind of, coincidences that happen within WWE champions that pertain to real life events. But last but not least, it appears that we have another solid Acrobat waifu, a solid S tier with modern era Acrobat, Lyra Valkyria the Morrigan. I am hyped about her. I love her design. I absolutely love her design. She's hands down one of the most beautiful female models within the game, and she looks like she's going to be solid. We need more acro husbandos to be thrown into the conversation, y'all. Like, there's more to life than Jacob Fatu and the Great Muda. I mean, given if you got all the bells and whistles and you got the Chief of Beasts Roman Reigns, or maybe you got Devon, you got Wesley with his moment. There are a lot of good characters out there that are on the acro side of husbandos. But realistically, it's always about the waifus because waifus are lifu, and Lyra's looking like one of them ones. So by all means, if you haven't watched any gameplay done by the official content creators, go and check them out. But we got a solid batch of characters to start off this MLE. And of course, they're saving the surprise S plus tier. And who knows how many more there might be this month because it is December. Let's see how things go. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and hop in here. We took care of autoplay, normal mode, and hard mode gameplay. Now the gloves are off, and so is the autoplay while we hop in here and take care of business for these two tours and get them out of the way. So first, we're running Big Bad Wolf, Happy Corbin right here. No longer, the irony of this, he's not even in the company anymore, okay? He's winning tournaments in Taekwondo and mixed martial arts. But Champions wants us to use him. Now, I obviously might be botching this real bad here. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I might be botching this really, really bad. Forgive me, okay? Forgive me. I'm not perfect. I'm running the sub here. I'm just running the sub because of Carmelo Hayes later on down the road, okay? Because he is him. But nonetheless, this is what we got going on. Andrade, botch gem damage, Black MP +2. Striker Xavier Woods, Black MP +4. And then we got Rocky Soulman Johnson and Logan Paul for the additional turns and the 50% more damage for the subs. So that's what we got running right here. And we're just going to go in and hop in and take care of what we got to take care of. So we're going to knock this out first because this one's easy. I really want to get to the Raw tour and knock that out because I have to see something. I just have to see something real quick because if I can get an early on start and have the character needed for that tag team match, that would be sensational. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this real quick because it's the Miz. This Miz is very annoying. That is one thing I will give Showboat Miz. He is highly annoying. And of course, this isn't what I wanted to happen. So now here we go with this. Either he's going to connect everything. Let's see what happens. Let's see. He spams a bunch of yellows. Okay, we were actually able to make it. So now, this is the only downside here. Because we could do the sub, and the sub's going to be the best bet because then we don't got to worry about these 1 MP charge. Miz, honestly, is just like Technician Asuka. He's a character that's just very annoying. He's very annoying if you get him going. You can beat him, but once he gets the ball rolling, like obviously if you got the option to run a character like I could see through you, okay. Obviously, like, if you got characters with 1 MP charges, then you don't gotta worry about nothing when it comes to the Miz. But other than that, though, he's going to be a problem. He's just going to be annoying. He can be beatable. He's just going to be annoying. So now we're taking on our good old friend, R-Truth. So we are going to go ahead and do a wild card, though. Real quick. Let's just do this. This is going to be safer. Let's go ahead and do that. Knock that out. Boom. So then we'll hit the sub, put a bunch down. Obviously, again, like I said, more turns means less botch gems on the board. So obviously that can work against us, but we're also taking people out with the submission. There was a time where Happy Corbin was the best trickster in the game, or at least the best free-to-play trickster, So it is what it is. Everyone has their time. Then we got Judgment Day McDonough. I do like these, like the card arts for all these characters, and the designs do look legit. They do look great. They do look like they're fun characters to utilize. So it's looking like a great day. We're a great day to be a champion. So we're going to go ahead and once again, we'll just run the sub. We'll run the sub until we can't run the sub no more. That's the best way to put it. We'll run the sub until we can't do it no more. So boom, boom, line them up, knock them down, and it's over. Just like that. Going naughty night. So this is a good way to cheese content, y'all. I'm just showing y'all. This is how I'm running them. You don't have to. But either, like, if you're a person that does have, if you do happen to have, like a takedown setup or, an armor setup or something, you can make things happen. Clearly, if you got maxed out perks by now and you can run Woods, you can also run Honky Tonk Man Trickster for gem down. So there's a lot of ways to run this guy and get the job done. There are plenty of ways to run him and walk away with the dub. So let's just get that out of the way. It is very possible. It is very doable. So now we get to our tall order, our tall task right here. So now we're just going to go ahead and put this. I don't want nothing crazy to drop, but it could drop, and that is fine. It happens to the best of us. All right, we're full up on that. And then, of course, he has quick low charging moves. They can load up easily. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. We'll take off as much as we can. We don't want him getting any reds, and obviously we might have to play defensively so we can take care of him. That is a thing that we need to do. He has the red match right there. We'll see what happens. He took the yellow instead. Boom. We do have black. So let's see how this goes. Boom. And we will put this all over here. Let's see what happens. Of course. But he knocks the yellows off, and then it happens. This is why he's annoying, and this is why it sucks. Oh man, if I had a plate, like maybe Eternal Positivity or something. Oh, he's got that one going on. So we will take this. We will take that, and we'll take your yellow as well. Boom. Now we got all these. Let's go ahead. Black, black. Boom, you loaded us up again. So you kind of did us a favor. I'm not even mad at you about it. All right, this might go a little bit better. All right, so now we're halfway. We'll go ahead and oh, dang. We got to play it safe. We don't want nothing overstacking with that. So boom, we have that right there. And then we will put some more down. We'll just take them down. All we got to do is get through Mellow, and then it's done. Like, we're good. We're golden. We don't got nothing to worry about. Everything will be okay. Take away your reds. Boom. All right. He doesn't have I thought he would opt for the stun. He clearly did not want that stun. So then we'll take the black. Boom. And it'll be over. He's not kicking out. He's too low. So come on. Let's do this. Let's get this over with. And there he goes. But he's near the end anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And again, like if we can do it, like we'll work on what we'll do is we'll work our way around the board so we don't take the black from us. That's all we do. We just do it so we don't end up using the black. So boom, there we go. And then we start it all over again and make him tap out. That's literally all we had to do here. So his moves ended up being his undoing. That's the only downside about reinforced gems, is that they can work for you and against you. That's the only downside about reinforced gems. So lesson learned, you don't mess with the big bad wolf. So Corbin came through. Now let's move on to better things. Let's go on and handle some business. Boom, because I need to see how this is going to go. This is over. Now let's roll over to the hell mode, because I like what they did here, and I'm praying that this is something that we do moving forward. I'm praying that the last MLE's A tier becomes a character that you use for the moving forward, because then that means you got a guaranteed one to do. So of course, plus 99 MP, I literally used him the one turn everything for the kickoff tour. I literally used him to clear everything because the plus 99 is still going for him. Black gem damage, black move damage out the wazoo. And we're just going to hurt everybody. But I want to see who the required character is going to be for this tag team, because if it's somebody else, I'm going to be feeling some type of way. I would love to get that early jump. You know what I mean? I would love to have that early jump on things and have that plus 20K. That would be a great look for anybody, right? So let's see what happens. Because then we got to take care of something that has to deal with the game, but it doesn't have to be done in game. So let's see what happens going on right here. So boom. And we will not continue because it'll just take us up to the next match. I'd rather just get the disappointment out of the way if that's the case. All right. So let's see who the required character is for this one so we can get it out of the way. It looks like we can. Really? Okay. I knew it. I knew it was going to be somebody. I knew it had to be somebody, and it ended up being the dude Dexter. So now to get our bonus points. Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. This might not be too good. I think I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Let's see what we got going on. Yellow. No, green. Oh, we could. Yeah, it's worth a shot. We'll see what happens. All Dexter needs to do is survive. That's literally what we need to do. It's like, Dexter, just live. That's all I'm asking from you. Live, please. Put us in good standing. Oh God, nah, he gonna get lit up. Oh no. Why? Why do they do this, man? Okay. All right. Okay. They really want this dude. They really want me to take this dude to 6-star. And I don't want to take him to 6-star, man. That purple TP is for my Undertaker Hall of Fame. Oh, this is gonna hurt, bro. This is going to hurt because he's going to choose. It's already dead. He's already dead. He don't even know it yet, man. Why? Why? Oh, and he's done. He is done. He is done. He is done. And let me guess, the move that I could have used had to use purple, right? And we're not using cash. Well, this is when we got to do things. The video was supposed to be short, sweet, and brief, and now I'm not going to lie, AOP done pissed me off because it's like, yo, I just wanted to take this, do my video, choose, all right, if they're focused. I can't recall if they can, do they even show you he is focused? Okay, there's hope. Because all we got to do is buy time. That's literally all we got to do. Buy time, man. That's all we need to do. Buy us some time. Okay. All right. Okay. We might be able to do some shenanigans here. Choose to make in the black gems. Force a skip turn. You know, let's run it, man. What's the worst thing that can, you know what, I'm gonna shut up. Make 30 into Let's play a little weird wonky wonk right here, shall we? Let's just play a little weird wonky wonk just to see if we can do it or not. I am doing this off the whim just because, like I said, I'm not really trying to touch my purple TP if I don't need to. So, okay, it works. It works. So we're going to put these down first. Let it, yes. Okay. Then I got to choose a row to make into multiply gems. Okay. Okay. All I need is one row, right? That's all I need. And then I hit that. And let's see how this goes. This is black gems, right? So let's do it like that. I don't really have to do anything extra, to be honest with you. But let's just entertain it. All right. I botched that horrendously, but it is what it is. Okay. So I forgot. They're pyro gems, not snowfall gems. I completely botched that. That was me. That was all me. All right, so boom. And all this is okay. All right, now we're moving. We're moving. We're moving. We're making it happen. We're doing something crazy. It's like I completely botched it. But it's still going to lead to a W. So we'll take it. All right, so boom. We'll just do that. Everything turned to purple. And then we have our guy Rowan come in. And then it's over. That's all we need. We just needed Rowan to come. Yup, boom. There we go. There we go. Rowan show. Now come in, get in here. And you know, we're just gonna add we're gonna just add ice into it. We're gonna set the boy up. We're gonna set the boy up. So boom. We'll put that right there. All right, we'll put a little down, a little razzle dazzle, if you will. Spam it. Perfect. Oh, that's actually cool that actually went around it. And then we're not even going to put gems down. We're just hitting the skip turn. We're just doing it for the skip. All right. Boom. That's it. Tag my boy in. Let him finish this because this could have gone left. It could have went a lot left. I know some people are probably watching this like, bro, why don't you just put in the... No, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting myself through that. So, boom, there we go. Locked and loaded. Cha-ching. And there we are. Over 20K. 20K achieved. Boom. We did that. It'd be cool if they had a cool little tag team thing going on, but they better know what they're doing with that storyline, I swear. For Uncle Howdy to lose, spoilers, the Final Testament took on the Wyatt Six and Uncle Howdy ate a pin. Now, granted, there was interference, so I'm not mad. Like, I can get that. It wasn't a clean win. It wasn't like they got dusted. But still, this early on with the appearances that they have made, I believe that the Wyatt Six should have won. I think they should have won it, and they should have kept on going with the momentum. But I also understand too, you want to learn from the mistakes of the Fiend. The Fiend was made too powerful, so when he got thrown into the title scene, it was like he needed to win. Like, you made him so OP that he has to win, and it destroys the way you could tell a story. So having Uncle Howdy take a pin after interference from Paul Ellering and everything, and giving Karrion Kross in the Final Testament a much-needed W is cool. Now, obviously, the feud isn't over, and I've seen people say, oh, the Wyatt Six are done. Dog, it's one loss. It's a loss that wasn't even clean, so it's a justifiable thing. Like, it wasn't like they got beat fair and square. There was interference. There was cheating. It's going to come down to a battle between Uncle Howdy and Karrion Kross one-on-one, where I believe Uncle Howdy will win clean, and there you go. But the Final Testament, the way they've been built up to, they need some wins as well. So that's where you got to look at it. The same way with the American Made, they got a good storyline. They got a good rub. They got some TV time. Got to showcase their skills and everything. But they lost in the end to the Wyatt Six. The Final Testament, okay, you got a one. You could say that you beat the Wyatt Six, but we know that you didn't beat them fair and square. And now it's going to come down to a bout between the leaders. It's going to come down to Bo Dallas versus Karrion Kross. And I'm a guy that's always been a huge fan of Karrion Kross. I'm glad and thankful that he is getting the rub that he's getting. So that is a blessing in itself. So I'm excited for it. Did it rub me the wrong way? Yeah, I would have liked to see them lose like later on down the line, especially with having Bo especially with Bo taking the L right there. But at the end of the day, it could have been a lot worse too. So it is what it is. As long as the storyline moves forward, that's the way to look at it for me. That's in my opinion. All right. And we moved up like 5 spaces. So that's good. We take those. We like those. All right. Boom. We got our first one. So we cooking. We eating good. Boom. There we go. And then we got another one. Boom. There we go. So that ain't bad at all. And I will show y'all something real quick. Oh, well, I got to get out of it first. And we claim that. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we got today. Yeah, this clearly took longer than it needed to, so forgive me on that. But nonetheless, boom, we got some purple TP. Much needed purple TP. I'm going to show y'all real quick how I'm running R-Truth, the Awesome Truth, for his store. I already took care of everything, so it was just to showcase it and show you what I'm running for him. I clearly, first and foremost, I want to showcase that I have that moment, but more importantly, I have this one. Receive 50% of less damage from all gems. Gems do 100% more damage. Power gems do 300% more damage. All the color moves do 100%. Multiply gems increased by 4. Moves that generate snowfalls create 8 more. So I have that on him, and that's very big on how I'm running him, because at the end of the day, this dude's going to hit like crazy. I have it set up for where the truth conviction is the first move. Choose deal damage and deal damage, and choose gems to make in the blues. So that's what I have for that. And then that's when I put down the truth or consequence, where I choose a 4x1 area at the top of the board to make in the snowfalls, which will make purples below it. And then last but not least, we have Little Jimmy dealing damage, increasing our purple gem damage by 200% for 1 turn. And then the finisher deals damage and destroys the snowfall gems. So that's clearly what all we're doing here. Purple sets up the blues. So place the 4x1, destroy the 4x1, and destroy the 4x1, and then make it rain purple like Prince. And then of course this is what I got. I got Tech Goompa with the 40% more purple gem damage. Purple moves start with 2 more. Trickster Woods with 4 more MP. Cody Rhodes for 30% more purple gem damage. And then I also have Showboat Hero Ray with the 12k. Now, obviously, I could switch things around here. I could have Jade Cargill on there for purple move damage and purple gem damage. I could also have Rockin' Roman for purple gem damage and generating more purples. So that's the thing here. But realistically, since we're dealing with area moves, I don't really need it. I just need the gem damage. So that's what we focused in on. And of course, I could clearly get rid of Ray now and put either Rockin' Roman or Jade for that additional purple gem damage, or I could even put in zombie Brett for purple gem damage too, the 40%. So there's a lot of ways to go about it, but this works like a dream for me, and I don't even have a gem damage strap on him. It's literally move damage. So it is what it is. I do have the Twilight Ritual when you break 3 or more reds, make blues into purples, so that makes it cause a little extra cascade afterwards. But that's basically all I'm running for this, y'all. And Truth's good. He's really good, especially with that moment. But now to conclude this, we are going to hop over here. I have yet to do this vote. Obviously, this is the one where they spoke on if you pick a character. They say vote for the most revolutionary superstar in WWE history, and we will revamp the winner. The winner superstar revamp for free. Claim the winner superstar revamp for free, and at the end of December, play their special limited time tours and earn double the rewards with them. Now, look, y'all, I want y'all to understand something. Obviously, people are going to be going for who they want to go after. I respect that completely. My broski Domo, he chose the game. Triple H. And I'm not even going to lie to you. Triple H, the game, is one of the few that makes the most sense, because this is the version of the game that should be OP. This is the version of Triple H that should have been the monster when he came out. He shouldn't have had the big, giant, clunky move sets, the super high charge moves to get them off. He should be a freaking problem. Now, I'm also going to look at a couple characters here too, so hear me out here. Stone Cold Steve Austin has a lot of moments that can get him going. That's the truth. Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 also has gears that can make him viable. He's also a really great coach. I can understand you wanting to work with him, because obviously if you're asking a question of revolutionary characters, revolutionary, Stone Cold would probably come to the mind of a lot of people just because of the Attitude Era. So I can get if you voted for him. Now, another person, 3 people here that makes sense to also go after. Undertaker the Dead Man. I've mentioned in a past video, I would like to do some fun stuff with him because of the shards I have of him, taking him up to at least 6-star bronze, right? He had a very good, solid run at 4-star, I believe. 3-star, 4-star. Dead Man Taker was on another echelon. I believe he was even one of the I think he was a WrestleMania character back in the day. He pulled up. his sub, and I believe silence gem combo made him dangerous and made him deadly. He was able to cycle on the board. He could prevented you from getting your moves, your gem matches. Yeah, he took on damage, but you weren't getting your moves loaded up to finish him. He had his moment in the sun. I do feel that he could get a revamp, and it would make sense. It's justified, especially now in the meta that we're in. Now, following that, the other two, Bret Hart the Hitman and Shawn Michaels the Heartbreak Kid. I remember when Shawn Michaels was claimable from a code back in the day. Shawn was one of the first free-to-play characters that everyone was able to get. When we were getting our feet wet with the idea and concept of MLCs and MLEs, he was one of the very first to come out. And I had this whole thing where, oh, wait, you need Diesel for Shawn, you need Shawn for Diesel, okay? Shawn has never been, in my opinion, he was fun back in the day, but he's never been a top threat for anything. And now, even when I think about it, it's very rare to come across Shawn in pulls and banners anymore. He used to be accessible, but I rarely see him in a pull or in a banner. Like, you don't get him like that in the commons like that. Or I'd be sitting on mad shards of him. So that tells you a bit. He did have gear, but this was one of the early gears. So it's not broken or busted or nothing. I believe he does have a moment with Razor Ramon and everything. But even then, this was the HBK that was going up against Bret Hart. This was the HBK that was a part of the Montreal Screwjob. This was the HBK that was going in back-to-back WrestleManias, losing one and then having his moment, his childhood moment come true. I believe he's someone that deserves the love. I strongly believe it. Especially if they make him accessible again. Now, this Bret Hart, the Hitman, when he came out, everyone was hyped about it because you thought he was going to be this amazing. No, absolutely not. Even when he got his gear, it wasn't nothing really viable. And then on top of that, I mean, this was the coolest looking Bret at the time, but he was so underwhelming with his gameplay that it was a very disappointing thing, because just like what my boy Lee from Champions Chat says, it's a very hit and miss with the Brets. It's a very hit and miss. They might be good, but none of them are OP. None of them are really OP unless you got all the bells and whistles for them. Now, I can say for a fact that I'm a huge fan of Zombie Bret, and I like to use Attitude Era Striker Bret V2. You know, the best there was, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. And honestly, you need his gear, which is available on the Deck the Brawls mid-walk prize wall this time around, which I'm not going after. But this was the first Bret that looked really cool and got everyone to want to go after him. And then when you got him, you're like, wow, he's bootios. He's not really worth it. Now, Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat, had his moment in the sun. He still to this day is an incredible trainer and coach with blue subs. He was a problem back in the day. Very annoying back in the day. I wouldn't have a problem with Eddie getting a revamp. I would not have a problem with it. Now, Cactus Jack, the hardcore legend. A character who, again, very clunky. A character that, again, a lot of people are probably sitting on tons of hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of shards of, because he's not really worth it. He's not. He needs a cool aesthetic. He needs a rework so he can actually flow properly. The move charge is too high. Cactus Jack could get some love. Now, AJ Styles is another one. I'm just running through these people. AJ Styles is another one. I personally am at the point where just give up on AJ. Acro AJ. He had his moment in the 3-star meta with the purple and the blue and, hitting the damage for the color turn gems and everything. The blue getting cycled. He had his moment in the sun. He has too many gears. He just doesn't flow. He's another guy, like Lee said, if Lee from Champions Chat has stated. We do not have a great AJ. We don't. Showboat AJ isn't worth it. Tech AJ, okay, he has a solid entourage ability, but that's it. Acrobat AJ, when you got four gears and you're still not viable, just stop. there's no point, because now you're reworking someone that should have been fixed to begin with when it could go to someone else who hasn't been touched in years. Roddy Piper. Sir Zorro has proven that Roddy Piper can work. At 6-star, he can get busy. He is one of the few people where the tricolor build, shout out to David Boy, it works and it shines through. Through and through, he can get busy for you. Could he be better? Yes. Has he ever been touched up? No, he hasn't. So does he deserve it? Absolutely, in my opinion. Hot Rod does deserve a shot. Even then, looking back at it, the Trickster Hall of Fame one, the double sub was a first with Trickster Hot Rod. So Roddy Piper was a guy that was really, really good back in the 3-star meta. Fell off immediately at 4-star. Hasn't really been heard of or seen. But I have seen gameplay from Sir Zorro where it didn't take that much. And because of all the yellow gem damage characters out there, he can hit. He can really hit. Especially now with 150% gem damage strat for Legend Showboat. He could definitely hit and get busy for you. Rey Mysterio, Master of the 619. Now, for one thing, you got to keep this in mind as a caveat with Rey. Rey has 2 gears. You are more than likely going to have one of the gears, but you're not going to have the Aztec gear unless you played since day one and you were able to get it and pick it up. It was absolutely crucial to his build. If you don't have it, more than likely, I'm sorry, it's going to be halfway. I'm not even going to lie to you. Rey's always been a quick charge character. He hits hard. With all the multiply gem characters out now and the gem damage, he could be a problem. I don't think he needs a rework. I think you can find ways to run this Rey Mysterio, have fun with him, and get busy. That's just me. I don't think he needs a rework yet. So, with that being said, we come down to these ladies. Lita was a problem back in the day. Lita can still cycle. She just needs to hit harder. I think Lita's problem could be fixed with a moment or a gear. That's me. Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. Okay, hear me out on this one. With, I think, the Eyes of Judgment, plate, with the countdown gems and everything, with those type of shenanigans going on, she can be a very annoying character to go up against in feuds, let alone showdowns. She'll make you rage quit. There's ways to run Asuka. I can give you that. She's been around long enough that I think she does deserve a rework. Honestly. If there was a way to make her still keep her low charge moves, but they do more, that would be amazing. If they could make something where now she puts those countdown gems down and afterwards, and obviously if you got that Eyes of Judgment plate on her and you deplete the MP and stuff, and then you hit another move that activates the countdown gems afterwards immediately instead of waiting a turn, you could get busy with Asuka. Trish Stratus faction. I would say yes, because quite frankly, she was a cookie cutter version, a waifu version of Brock Lesnar, Ruthless Aggression Striker, the next big thing. That's literally all she was. Submission, choose move, build, everything. That's all she was. And she deserved better than that. Champions had a moment where they were getting lazy. They didn't want to be original. I'm calling a spade. So they just copy and pasted people to make them who they are. Because they did it with Ember Moon. Ember Moon was the acrobat, the waifu X-Pac. Trish Stratus was the striker, waifu Brock Lesnar. And the same can be said about this lady right here. Wendy Richter, Rock and Roll. Rock and Wrestling. Cookie cutter of Jeff Hardy. The green, multiply, destroy them, cycle, load up, boom, rinse and repeat. And for her to be in the showboat, she did not hit hard at all. So then you're taking longer, and then within that time, you might be doing damage, but it's paperweight damage. It's featherweight damage. You're not really doing anything. She's been in the game long enough. She is someone where I could agree and say definitely needs a rework. Out of all these waifus here, I think the one that needs it the most would be Wendy Richter, especially with her being a legend. But last but not least, Rhea Ripley, the Nightmare. A very viable and solid tech that a lot of people had. I used her. I lived and breathed by her for the longest time until I got better. I could see her needing a rework. I don't think it's one that's necessary ASAP, but it's definitely something, if it doesn't happen now, it could happen later. So for me, looking at everybody here, and like I said, I'm justifying all the reasons of who to go after and who not. The person I feel that deserves the most, just because they're a character that's on everyone's roster, they're a character that everyone probably could wish that was better, a character that could have been a lot more viable and clearly freaking wasn't. It's a tough decision out of all of these. I'm not going to go with a waifu just because waifu content is still far in between. So I got to go with a husbando. And my pick, honestly, is someone that I really love and I wanted to be better than what they were. My pick has to be Triple H. It's got to be Triple H. This was the version of the game that everybody wanted. This was the version of the game that everybody wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and submit and pick him. And let's see who's got the most. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, everyone's going after Stone Cold or they're going after the Dead Man. All these other people needed it more. So more than likely, everybody's going to get another Stone Cold, or you're going to get a higher version of him. It is what it is, y'all. This is one of the things where the community split. Like, you're thinking of it like, it's genuinely, who's someone that needs it the most? Someone like Triple H or Shawn Michaels or Hitman or Hardcore Legend needed that buff more than Stone Cold Steve Austin. But more than likely, it's already done. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I don't think this is going to be one where it goes back and forth. We might as well just call it a day and say that, just like with the many faces of Foley plate, Stone Cold has it. But nonetheless, that is the video, y'all. Thank you for the time. I've been on here more than long enough, but you know how it goes. Hey, yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love and respect to each and every single one of you, my beloved Champions fam. Like the video, share the video, but most importantly of all, if you haven't done so, but you really rock with this content, do yourselves a favor by making sure to drop a people's elbow on the subscribe button, as well as hit a razor's edge on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from yours truly, the one and only bad guy at WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0, the most electrifying content creator in WWE Champions Entertainment. I love you all. I respect you all. I'm praying for you all tenfold. Let the good times roll. Let me know what your thoughts are early on, immediate thoughts on this MLE. Let me know your thoughts on the Chase Champions, the free-to-play champion, and what are you pursuing off the midweek prize wall now that they've shaken things up a bit. Everything looks a little changed. Let's see if any more quality of life improvements follow up with this. And again, let's talk about it. Who did you choose? Who did you vote for better or worse? Again, I'm not against Austin getting an update, because looking at how he debuted, he could get a rework with his moveset. I can't argue with that for sure. He's another one that's clunky and wonky, but he also has enough bells and whistles too that he's tolerable. He's not unusable. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, what's done is done, and here comes the new Stone Cold. If someone pulls it out from behind, that'll be the day. But anything is possible. Never say never, right? So until next time, y'all, thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for rocking with me until the very end. And who are you going to, if you made it to the very end, who are you going after for? Who are you most excited to recruit out of this MLE? And who do you think the S+ tier is going to be? Is it going to be a husbando, or is it going to be a waifu? What class? It's clearly going to be a modern era. And if there's a surprise character, who would you like it to be? Stay tuned, y'all. Peace.